Hello. Welcome to the Global Quantum Forum. Welcome to Chicago, and welcome to the next big thing. I am Quiniones, President and CEO of ComEd. We are the electric utility that has powered Chicago and Northern Illinois over the last 118 years. At ComEd, we know a lot about electricity. We know less about quantum computing. But that's okay. We are not going to be operating quantum computers, at least not yet. We're going to be delivering power to them. That's our lane, and it's an important lane, and we're happy to stay in it. As many of you know, quantum computers need to be kept at temperatures near absolute zero to ensure the stability of qubits. That requires a lot of electricity. In fact, ComEd's nation-leading reliability was a key factor in PsiQuantum's decision to be the anchor tenant of the Illinois Quantum and Microelectronics Park. As you also know, this technology has extraordinary potential. It could lead to breakthroughs in major economic sectors, from energy, healthcare, cybersecurity, finance, and more. In short, quantum is a generational opportunity for Chicago, for the state of Illinois, and the world. You will hear all about it over these next 2 days. Get ready for lively, engaging discussions and a deep dive into an emerging technology with truly transformational potential. Thank you to our hosts, Chicago Council on Global Affairs, P33, and Intersect Illinois for bringing us all together this week, and for the valuable roles they played in bringing quantum technology to our region. These organizations are part of what we call Team Illinois. They have been working collaboratively and strategically to position our state for big wins in high growth and highly innovative industries. And our MVP, most valuable player on Team Illinois, just happens to be our next speaker. He had a vision of a future economy with high-tech companies and high-tech workers surrounded by vibrant and thriving communities. Thanks to his leadership, that vision is taking shape right before our eyes. So please, join me in welcoming the great governor of the great state of Illinois, Governor J.B. Pritzker.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 Chicago Global Quantum Forum. Today, you're, of course, gathered with the brightest minds in the field right here in our great global city. We're very proud of that, proud to have all of you here. Together, we are realizing an exciting vision of a quantum future. Over the course of today and tomorrow, you'll hear about how quantum can solve societal problems, create billions of dollars of economic value, and change the future of society. I don't want to sound like I'm diminishing any of that when I say it, but quantum really has the power to bring us all together, and that is why represented in this room are 20 nations, and you should all know how important that is. Let me begin by thanking our hosts at Intersect Illinois, at the Chicago Council on Global Affairs, at P33, very important group that has worked together to make this possible. They've been tremendous partners in putting on this historic event and helping Illinois and the world take that quantum leap forward. Just over 30 years ago, down the road at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, a group of students and researchers at the National Center for Supercomputing Applications developed and launched the first inline graphic web browser. It was called Mosaic. And it ended up popularizing the widespread use of the internet, making it understandable and accessible to everyday people. But on the day that it was released, no one outside of the NCSA really recognized what Mosaic would mean for the world. That seemingly small step forward, born out of a partnership between government, academia, and industry, and driven by an ingenuity that you can find everywhere across the state of Illinois, is one of the key elements that brought about the internet age, a massive global revolution that has made our world more connected, more informed, and more prosperous. Now, I believe that we have a similar opportunity before us today to commit ourselves to the foundational work that will one day change the world truly forever. That is why, over the past 6 years, the state of Illinois has launched an unprecedented effort to support the acceleration of quantum technologies and to make us a global capital for quantum. Not just serving as a center of innovation and advancement, but aiming to create tens of thousands of jobs, bringing billions and billions of dollars of investment to the state of Illinois and creating opportunities for generations to come. Building the infrastructure necessary to truly harness this transformational technology requires commitment to a long-term plan and the resources to carry it out. It will take deep coordination between the public and private sectors, information and research sharing, market building, manufacturing, commercial applications, cybersecurity considerations. It is our responsibility collectively to work together across businesses and across nations to ensure that the collective benefits of quantum really inure to the benefit of all of humanity. Every major scientific and technological advancement of the last century has required the full strength and long-term focus of our institutions, all rowing in the same direction. That process will have a home here in the state of Illinois, in the city of Chicago. Now, to be fair, Illinois has a kind of a major leg up in this effort. We have world-class research and academic institutions, so do many other places, but we have the University of Chicago, we have the University of Illinois, Northwestern, Argonne, Fermilab, yeah. And although I'm a partisan for the state of Illinois, I don't want to forget Purdue in Indiana and University of Wisconsin-Madison and other institutions that here in the Midwest that are contributing to the ecosystem that we're building. We have a burgeoning quantum startup infrastructure, and we are home to the nation's first quantum startup accelerator. Now, Illinois became one of the first and only states to develop and actualize a plan for our quantum future, and we did it before other states. Just as the scientists and engineers gathered here have studied and shaped the intricacies of quantum technology, we are working meticulously in Illinois to refine and build out every detail of our support system for the quantum industry. My partners in the General Assembly and I invested hundreds of millions of state dollars into the development of quantum infrastructure, looking to attract leading scientists and companies from around the world. Last year, we announced the epicenter of that work just a few short miles away from where we are gathered right now. It's called the Illinois Quantum and Microelectronics Park, and you heard Gil mention it. But it's an unprecedented hub for our quantum ecosystem that will bring together partners from across the world. It already has. Fortune 500 businesses like IBM, startups like PsiQuantum, although I deign to say that a billion-dollar startup I had not met before. Government agencies like DARPA, world-renowned researchers and scientists are coming together. The National Algorithm Center that's being built, the Quantum Algorithm Center that's being built there as well, all of which is foundational for quantum development and application. And I should add, we're building the largest cryo facility in the entire world at the Quantum and Microelectronics Park. We have already announced 3 major tenants who will help drive a focus on research and development at IQMP. The DARPA, you already have heard. It's a government agency, for those of you who don't know, that has done really so much for the advancement of science around the world, but especially here in the United States. PsiQuantum, an industry leader blazing a trail for quantum applications around the world and the building of a 1,000,000-qubit fault-tolerant quantum computer. And IBM is, of course, bringing all of its efforts in the development of algorithms and Quantum System 2, a next-generation modular quantum computer. And there are many more tenants on the way. In fact, I'm going to be announcing one shortly after we meet here. As governor of Illinois, my primary aim is to deliver economic growth and opportunity for the people of my state. But this industry and the many who will benefit from it have the potential to bring untold economic prosperity really across the region, the country, and the world. From the top researchers and innovators to the hardworking support employees on the IQMP campus to the secondary growth that will lift our mainstay industries, the opportunity created by quantum will stretch across sectors and skills and regions. And while I'm most excited, frankly, about all the economic benefits and all of the brain power that's being attracted to the state of Illinois, I feel a responsibility to scale our ambition to global impact. Quantum has the potential to unlock scientific and technological advances previously thought impossible, with wide-ranging applications from national security to advanced manufacturing to medicine to cybersecurity and more. So, look, while all of that isn't going to happen overnight, this group together, all of us in this room, wherever you may be from, we are setting a process in motion, committing ourselves to the slow grind of scientific progress through sustained comprehensive research and development efforts. I call it a slow grind, but the truth is that the leaps forward have been amazing, and they're happening weekly, monthly, annually, and I have a feeling that all the things that we think seem nearly impossible are just a couple of years away. And I'm proud of the fact that we're all working together on this. And I'm no expert. You all are the experts. But I think those of us who are in public service, people who are in traditional businesses, all pulling on the oar with all of the scientific talent that's in this room, the entrepreneurs who are driving this industry forward, so important for the future of the world. The beauty of science and our vision for this quantum ecosystem is that each breakthrough, however small, brings us a little bit closer to the seismic advancement that will change everything. That work continues now here at the Global Quantum Forum, and I'm really proud that it's taking place right here in the state of Illinois. So thank you all for believing in this vision and committing to the march of scientific and economic progress that will come from this work. I look forward to taking the quantum leap forward with all. You're going to hear me say that a few more times, I'm sure. But it is very exciting. It's exciting to be the leader of a state where we are bringing together so many of you from around the world and so many people that already have come to the state of Illinois and to the city of Chicago to make this possible. It's now my great privilege and pleasure to bring to the podium the Dean of the Molecular Engineering School at the University of Chicago, Nadya Mason.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. That was great, thank you. So as I said, I am Nadya Mason. I'm the Interim Vice President for Science, Innovation, and Partnerships at the University of Chicago, as well as Dean of the Chicago Pritzker School of Molecular Engineering, and a quantum physicist myself. So that makes me triply honored to welcome you to the inaugural Global Quantum Forum, alongside such distinguished speakers as Gil Quiniones and Governor J.B. Pritzker, who is really the chief champion of quantum innovation in Illinois. Now, as a physicist, I understand that quantum theory is not always intuitive, that ideas like the fact that everything has both particle and wave properties, and that atoms have discrete quanta of energy, may seem esoteric. However, in the centuries since it was discovered, quantum theory has transformed our ability to understand and manipulate the world at the atomic level, leading directly from a theory to paradigm-shifting technologies such as semiconductors, lasers, and GPS. Now, in the past few decades, we've learned how to use these same quantum properties, so things like wave superposition, for information, for new types of computing, sensing, and networking. But more specifically, for massively parallel computing, the highest resolution sensing, and the most secure networking possible. This has led to immense potential to transform how we secure data, treat patients, manufacture, and address a myriad of challenges beyond the reach of classical devices. These new quantum technologies are opening frontiers, not just in science, but in how we live, work, and safeguard our future. And no region is more central to that future than Illinois and the greater Midwest. Thanks to visionary investment and a powerful culture of collaboration, Illinois has emerged as the global hub for quantum innovation. At the University of Chicago, we're proud to help lead this movement, advancing breakthrough quantum research and translation, and training the next generation of scientific and technical leaders. But importantly, this momentum is shared by multiple world-class institutions across Illinois and the region, our national laboratories, our state, and our industrial partners. Our region's strength comes from the robust ecosystem that we've created together through our collective efforts. Together, we've already contributed almost $1 billion in government and corporate investment. And we're particularly proud to be leading 4 of the 10 National Quantum Initiative centers. We've helped establish Illinois as the very center of quantum research, education, technology development, and commercialization. For example, Chicago Quantum Exchange, now comprising more than 40 partners across academia, government, and industry, is a testament to that shared vision. So too is Duality, which the governor mentioned. This is the first quantum accelerator program in the entire country, led by UChicago's Polsky Center for Innovation, in collaboration with Chicago Quantum Exchange, University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, Argonne, MP33. And Duality has already supported 20 quantum startups with more than $25 million raised. And this past year has shown how this vision is accelerating with the Illinois Quantum and Microelectronics Park that you just heard something about. You'll hear much more, super exciting. The National Quantum Algorithm Center, both managed by University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, the Block Quantum Tech Hub, and more. These initiatives are projected to drive tens of billions of dollars in economic growth and regional impact over just the next couple decades. And in fact, this week, UChicago will be announcing an exciting new partnership with an industry leader, which will continue to catalyze the growth of our quantum software cluster, attracting top algorithm and application startups from across the globe to Chicago to build their companies. The Global Quantum Forum is a natural extension of all of this quantum momentum. And I don't mean incremental, I really mean leaps of momentum. It's a chance to connect local strengths with global priorities and to explore how collaborations across disciplines, sectors, and borders can accelerate the future of quantum science and technology for the benefit of humanity. Over the next 2 days, you'll hear conversations that reach far beyond the lab, from quantum's role in national security, diplomacy, and AI, to its implications for clean energy, human health, democratic systems, and global economic resilience. As we move into this next phase, building the quantum future will require deeper collaboration with both startups and established industry leaders. Quantum will touch nearly every major sector. We must ensure that companies from Fortune 500s to first-time founders have a seat at the table as we chart the course forward. This is exactly why gatherings such as this one matter. Because the fundamental questions before us are no longer just about qubits and chips. They're about how we prepare ethically, strategically, and collaboratively for a quantum future. And that future cannot be built in silos. It will require us to convene, to partner, and to lead across regions, across sectors, and across the globe. Thank you for being here and for bringing your insight, energy, and partnerships to this vital conversation. Thank you.